Hello and welcome to France 24's weekly music show. I'm Marjorie Hash. Now, if you're partial to dreamy Scandinavian synth-tinted folk, then you're probably already acquainted with Denmark's Efterklang, who formed around 2 decades ago, a time during which they released 4 albums. And after a 7-year break, well, they came back last year with a 5th offering entitled Altid Sammen, as well as an EP in December that I believe you can purchase with on tape and with a pair of socks. Casper and Rasmus from Efterklang, thank you so much for joining me here on the show today. Now, you've been touring this album and this EP recently. You were at the Barbican Centre in London at the weekend, and you arrived in Paris yesterday. How's it been, this tour so far?
Amazingly good, actually. Yeah. We're really in good moods, and there's this energy on the bus. It feels like we are doing really good sort of creatively, and with the show and the audience. It's really nice to be Efterklang right now on tour.
And what was it like coming to Paris? What's the expectations in France?
Well, it's we've had many memories in the past with Paris. I especially remember one show at Café de la Danse many years ago that was amazing. And it's a little bit, it's 7 years since we were here as Efterklang, so you never know what to expect. But I'm hoping that we can fire up on the Parisian energy again, and the love story between Efterklang and Paris.
Now, historically, your albums have generally been a mixture of they've been sung in English and your native Danish. But I've noticed for the last album and EP, you've strictly stuck to your mother tongue. Was this conscious?
Well, we had this break of 7 years of making albums and doing other things, and I've been living outside of Denmark for 10 years. So I kind of, most of the time, speak English and I dream in Danish sometimes. And I speak to my parents, I speak to these guys in Danish. So Danish has become this kind of weirdly alien language, while as being extremely rooted in me as well. So it's kind of exciting to try and sing and make lyrics in this language that's just been lying there and waiting to be unfolded somehow.
Form of reconnection in a way.
Yeah, I like that, and also to explore the voice. And now I've been singing in English, but I mean, voice sounds different when you use a different language, especially when you use a language that you know so well.
Well, how about we check out one of the singles from this latest album?
Sammen om det som et lys, og vi uendelige. Vi uendelige.
Efterklang there with a track from the new album, which I'm gonna try and pronounce. Okay, uendling.
Yeah,
yes.
Vi uendelige.
Vi uendelige.
Almost perfect.
So apparently it means we are infinite. What did you mean by this?
It's actually not correct. My mom is a French translator.
Oh,
actually,
perfect.
in fact, now I have to say she would be very proud of me being in French television.
Go on.
So she told me also that it actually should be it should be a different ending to Enely, but it's sort of again like me playing with the Danish language, I suppose, and you can be very free when you know it so well. Vi Enely means like I suppose it's the lyrics is a little bit about. I like this image of cells when a baby is being created. You have these cells that splits into so we get this thing that grows, and at the same time it splits up.
So it multiplies.
So it multiplies, and I kind of liked that image, and that sort of became a turning point for the lyrics and this kind of infinite, growth, not only in a person or in a plant or in an animal, but also between two people. Like even if they spend some significant time together, being in love or whatever, and you fall apart, but you sort of share a space forever.
I want to talk about the video as well. You've got a Danish supermodel of the 90s, Elena Christensen, which is really cool. But it also is may remind some of our viewers of a certain Johnny Hallyday, and in particular his video for Le Pénitencier. Why did the French Elvis in 1964 inspire you?
There he is. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the album is mixed in the Basque country by a French record producer, David Chamang. And we were in his studio, and for some reason we started to talk about House of the Rising Sun. And David, he said, it's a French song. And we said, no, it's not. And he said, yes, it's a Johnny Hallyday song originally. And then he found the song on YouTube, and it turns out it's not. It's a French version of but it doesn't matter. The point was he clicked play on Johnny Halliday's TV performance of this song, and if you find it on YouTube, it looks almost exactly as our video. So our video is like a big, warm homage to Johnny Halliday's performance. It just immediately we knew that there was something with that and our song that could be nice together. And
the time also, like nowadays we have a lot of clips and music video really goes fast. It was kind of like really refreshing to see something that really just was like long
and
slow.
Yeah.
Taking your time like in the old days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Kind of connected with us in some way.
Well, there's a big love affair between France and Denmark. Well, we've got Anna Karina, who passed away just before Christmas, who's Danish but was adopted by France's Nouvelle Vague. What's your relationship with France? Because I know that you've worked with French directors, and you're busy. You're busy here when you come. What's your why love for?
Yeah,
France?
I mean, we have lots of friends here, and it's funny. Every time we come to France and play shows, there's always somebody saying, "You guys should be huge in France," and we haven't yet become huge. But I do think that what we do, there is some kind of a bond that works between French music listeners and our music, and we for sure love to come here, and we have so many friends and collaborators here.
Maybe we should try and do an album in French or something like that. Maybe that'll work well. I have another duo project with a cellist called Gasper Klaus. My name is Gasper Klaus, and so it's all really weirdly connected. And there's Vincent Moon, and we've been here a lot. We love France. As I said, my mom is French translator. I've been here a lot when I was a kid, traveling around the country, and I think it's a beautiful culture you have here, and we always. It feels very different than most other places in Europe, and now we travel a lot, so we kind of get to see, and privileged enough to see different parts. And France has a very specific kind of place in my heart list. Yeah.
Talking of traveling,
also mine. I just want to add because
they all love France.
Yeah, I go to these events whenever I can for summer vacations. Actually,
we love you too.
It's so nice down there.
Can we talk a bit about your traveling, because you've got the tour, you've got France, you've got Switzerland, Luxembourg, and Italy with coronavirus. How's this going down? This is affecting touring for artists.
Yeah,
it's affecting everybody. Yeah, it's really hard to grasp what it actually is, this virus, when you haven't really been in touch with it and only seen it on the telly or in the news. So, but we have to be precautious. Like some places they just don't allow you to play, and other places they, we also traveling to America after this tour. So
that's going to be a bit more complicated.
Yeah. Everybody's a little bit alerted at the moment. So we might have to cancel some.
But
things.
I mean, we can do some breaking news. It's TV.
It happens. Well, talking of breaking news, time now for a look at some of the new music that's come out.
Let's do it.
The year 2020 seems to be a busy year for the Gallagher brothers, of Oasis fame, and Noel Gallagher, the older brother, and his High Flying Birds have just dropped a new track that's called Come On Outside, and is apparently a rousing call for the lonely and disaffected. Let's check it out.
Come on outside.
Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds there with the track that will be part of the High Flying Birds' next EP, Blue Moon Rising. And if you're still hoping for an Oasis reunion, well, little brother Liam says it is inevitable because brother Noel is greedy and loves money. You hoping for a Noel Gallagher, Liam Gallagher reunion with Oasis, or you don't really care?
I was more of a Blur fan, I would say, and I still respect and love what Oasis was doing, and there's still some strong songs. I think it's sort of like the same thing again and again. I would love to see if he dared to do something that he hadn't done before.
Yeah, well,
that's
hopeful wishing. You know. Over now to British singer-songwriter Anna Calvi, who is this week releasing Hunted. It's a revisited version of her 2018 album Hunter, for which she's called upon the likes of Courtney Barnett, John Talbot from Idols, and Charlotte Gainsbourg. Let's take a listen. One of the tracks off Anna Calvi's a new re-release or a revisited album. She said Charlotte Gainsbourg taught her that the calmest lyrics could be the most dramatic, and that working with the French singer was a dream come true. Efterklang, thank you so much for coming on France 24 today.
Thank you for having us.
We look forward to seeing more of you in the future, and
See
good
you
luck
tonight.
with all the touring. This week's music show is coming to a close. For more culture and arts, head to our website. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You know the drill. And the latest news is coming up on France 24 in just a few minutes. But let's close the show with a pop princess who says she cries a lot during the recording process. Lady Gaga is back this year with a new album whose name and release date are still to be announced. In any case, the first single is pretty promising. Could it be a hit in the same league as Bad Romance and Telephone? Who knows? Let's check it out. The video is pretty fun and it's called Stupid Love. Let's go.
All I ever wanted was love.